Good evening. Like music and art, love of nature is a common language that can transcend political or social boundaries. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Majesty the King will open first session of National Assembly on Monday. First Arab International Cyber Security Conference and Exhibition kicked off. Traffic arrangements for National Day celebrations finalized. UAE launched automated system for employment contracts. Morocco became first Arab country to ever reach Football World Cup quarterfinals. News in detail. His Majesty the King will open first session of National Assembly on Monday. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa will inaugurate the first session of the 6th legislative term of the National Assembly on Monday. This follows the national elections in which 40 MPs were elected last month. First Arab International Cyber Security Conference and Exhibition kicked off. On behalf of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, National Security Advisor and Royal Guard Commander, Major General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa opened the first Arab International Cyber Security Conference and Exhibition. Patronized by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the event is held at Exhibition World Bahrain in Sakir, with the participation of high-profile speakers and in the presence of cyber security experts from various countries. On the occasion, His Highness Sheikh Nasser stressed that cybersecurity has become a basic pillar of the information and communication technology sector in the world to confront cyber risks, noting that Bahrain attaches special importance to cybersecurity, given its major role in providing cyber protection for all sectors that support the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and followed up by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. The first Arab International Cybersecurity Conference and Exhibition is a global platform for cybersecurity experts and specialists, as well as representatives of the public and private sectors, to develop strategies on how to face cyber challenges and developments and to improve the protection of data, networks, and important national and international infrastructure, which will play an important role in creating a safe cyber environment. The event also aims to enhance innovation in the field of cybersecurity and highlight global initiatives and the latest trends in this field, in addition to discuss the most prominent challenges and developments in the field of cybersecurity, while providing practical solutions in studying the best cyber practices. Works Minister hailed Bahrain-Saudi ties. Works Minister Ibrahim Hassan Al-Hawaj hailed solid fraternal relations binding the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. He hailed the follow-up of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He made the statement as he met Saudi Minister of Municipal and Rural Affairs and Housing Majid bin Abdullah Al Hokail on the sidelines of his visit to Riyadh. The two sides discussed ways to enhance joint cooperation to step up the development of infrastructure, road services, and city and region planning by benefiting from experiences and exchanging engineering expertise. Al-Hamad reviewed with his royal counterpart prospects for joint cooperation in the road sector, provision of infrastructure requirements for cities. Oil Minister took part in Mediterranean dialogues. Oil and Environment Minister, Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak bin Daina, is affirmed under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and with the support of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the Kingdom of Bahrain's keenness to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Dr. bin Daina was speaking during the opening session of the 8th Mediterranean Dialogues Forum, opened here today by the Italian President Sergio Mattarella in the presence of the Presidents of Mauritania Mohamed Ould Ghazouani and Nigeria Muhammadu Buhari, while taking part in a panel session themed towards a broader paradigm of energy security. The Minister of Oil stressed that Bahrain is continuing to devise and implement ambitious development plans and initiatives in order to achieve its environmental and climatic obligations. These include reducing emissions by 30% by 2035, increasing the area of mangrove trees 4 times compared to the current area, doubling the size of green spaces, using renewable energy and reaching net zero by 2060, he said. National Initiative for Agricultural Development launched Bahrain Agriculture Trade and Investment Guide. The National Initiatives for Agricultural Development has announced the launch of Bahrain Agriculture Trade and Investment Guide 2023. The guide was produced in cooperation with the Dalal Al Sayed law firm to provide adequate and important information for those interested in starting work and investment in the agricultural sector, one of the active sectors that contribute to economic development and achieve national food security. The government has set up a comprehensive infrastructure for a positive investment environment for various sectors, including agriculture, through numerous legislations, policies, procedures, and controls regulating the investment process and attacking foreign capital. The aim is to enable Bahrain to become one of the producing and exporting countries in all sectors. The Bahrain Agriculture Trade and Investment Guide 2023 is the first edition of its kind. It features 3 main topics: relevant questions and answers, relevant legislation such as laws, executive regulations or decisions, and government and official agencies in the agricultural sector. The guide is available on the NIAD website www.agro.bh or by scanning the QR code. Traffic arrangements for National Day celebrations finalized. The Director General of Traffic, Brigadier Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Abdul Wahab Al Khalifa, asserted today that all preparations and arrangements are being taken to prepare for the National Day celebrations. The arrangements aim to ensure smooth traffic flow on all roads through traffic deployments on roads leading to the celebrations venues in coordination with the police directorates in the 4 governorates. He called on road users to follow traffic rules for the safety of all, including avoiding wrong practices such as sitting on top of the vehicle and wrong overtaking. In addition, he urged drivers to be careful about pedestrians and children while crossing roads. LMRA, NPRA and Capital Police Directorate conducted joint inspection campaign. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority conducted a joint inspection campaign in the Capital Governorate in cooperation with the Nationality, Passports and Residence Affairs of the Ministry of Interior and the Capital Governorate Police Directorate. The campaign resulted in reporting a number of violations related to the labour market and residency laws and were referred for legal action. LMRA stressed its commitment to report any violation through a continuous and intensive inspection plan in cooperation with the relevant government entities. Now we will be back after a very short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Welcome back. China's President Xi Jinping visits Saudi Arabia to attend Gulf China and Arab China summits. China's President Xi Jinping started official visit to Saudi Arabia from December 7th until 9th in response to an invitation from the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. The visit aims to strengthen the historical relations and the distinguished strategic partnership that unites Saudi Arabia with the People's Republic of China, Saudi Press Agency reported. The Saudi-Chinese summit will be co-chaired by the custodian of the two holy mosques and the President of the People's Republic of China, with the participation of His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. The agency added. The visit will also include participations in the Riyadh Gulf China Summit for Cooperation in Development and the Riyadh Arab China Summit for Cooperation in Development, to be attended by the leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council in Arab countries. The two summits will discuss ways to enhance joint relations in all fields and prospects for economic and development cooperation. UAE launched automated system for employment contracts. The Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization has launched an automated system to complete employment contracts without human intervention. The smart system aligns with the National Artificial Intelligence Strategy 2031, which aims to position the UAE as a global leader in artificial intelligence by developing an integrated framework to be adopted in vital areas in the UAE. Maurice said more than 35,000 contracts in the first 2 days of the new system's launch have been completed, including new and renewed employment contracts, which were approved after the verification of the signatures of both parties. The new system utilizes advanced technologies to process and verify images, which reduces the duration per transaction from 2 days to just 30 minutes, while also minimizing human error, the ministry said. Morocco became first Arab country to ever reach Football World Cup quarterfinals. Morocco kept the World Cup dreams of the Arab world alive as they eliminated fancied Spain in a penalty shootout on Tuesday to reach the quarterfinals. In doing so, it becomes the first Arab country to advance to the last 8, ensuring a breakthrough for the region in the first global tournament in the Middle East, and also became the 4th African side to go this far in the World Cup history. Morocco, who edged Spain 3-0 in the shootout after a draw at the end of 2 hours of energy-sapping action, now has a chance to become both the Arab world and Africa's first ever semi-finalists if it continues to use the overwhelming support that has backed it through an impressive array of results. They will play on Saturday in the quarterfinal at Doha's Al Thumama Stadium against either Portugal or Switzerland, who are in action later on Tuesday. UN's COP15 agenda at Nature Summit World. A key United Nations summit to halt nature loss begins this week in Montreal, Canada. Delegates from nearly 200 countries will spend 2 weeks hashing out a new global deal to protect the world's struggling species into fast-vanishing wild places. This month's Montreal summit is sometimes referred to as COP15, as it is the 15th conference of parties or nations signed on to the 1992 UN Convention on Biological Diversity. China holds the COP15 presidency and it's responsible for facilitating year-round negotiations ahead of hosting the deal-making summit. The CBD holds a summit every 2 years under a rotating presidency. China's COP15 summit has been delayed 4 times, however, from its original date in 2020 due to COVID, Reuters reported. The world's last set of nature targets, the LG targets, expired in 2020. Currently, there is no global agreement in effect. Nevertheless, there are currently more than 1 million species threatened with extinction, as plant and animal species vanish at a rate 1,000 times faster than the natural extinction rate. In Montreal, negotiators are considering 23 new targets tackling everything from pesticides and noise pollution to corporate disclosures around the use of natural resources. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.